Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your daily free guide for inner child healing. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine and is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you can join us for this journey of healing, self-expansion, and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Now, before we dive in, I'd like to remind us that we've passed the 500 marker of Reparenting Daily. As a celebration of that, I've opened the Patreon community for free membership so that you can join our Zoom calls for free. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and many people are struggling. And so my hope with this is to encourage others to take up the serious work of reparenting on themselves and to offer and provide a free community where people can do that. I'd also like to personally thank all of you who have been along for the journey so far. Just as a reminder, this is a free podcast, but I do sell the Reparenting Daily Journal where you can follow us along with all the monthly and weekly themes, and where you can also join us in our free Zoom calls to reflect on the weekly themes as we make our way through the year. This is something that I've opened up for free, but you can purchase the journal if you'd like to support the podcast. You can also just copy the themes within your own journal and follow us along there. If you'd like to support us in other ways, you can also join the Patreon with a paid subscription or also donate on Buy Me a Coffee. Just as a reminder, I've created another resource called Fairy Tales for Reparenting. This is a 3-volume series that organizes fairy tales from around the world into the 3 phases of the hero's journey, from beginning, middle, to end. Now, these are fairy tales that come from Grimm's fairy tales and other traditions and other cultures around the world. And while you might think that fairy tales are for kids, actually, these stories contain profound truths and lessons that we can use in our reparenting journey. So these books are a very simple and creative way to connect to your inner child. I'd like to send a very warm thank you to Maria, who has been helping me to edit the books since I had some difficulties in the fall and I've had some issues with my eyes. So now the first 2 volumes are available on Amazon in ebook or regular book format, so you can check those out, and we'll be working on that last volume to release to you as soon as possible. But again, these stories are ways to connect with lessons that are shared across different cultures, to reconnect with your inner child, and to really teach yourself some lessons that have been carried down for centuries and millennia. As we're passing episode 550, I'd like to also turn your attention to the fact that I've changed the meditation at the end of the podcast, and so you can check that out now for a new experience of binaural beats. So this helps with binaural stimulation from the left to right ear, a bit like a replication of the EMDR experience. So I'm hoping that this can help bring you guys some relief, and we'll have other meditations coming soon as we progress with the rest of the year. So with these announcements now out of the way, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is from the Ching again, and it's called Kwai, Breakthrough, or Resoluteness. This is a reminder, we're in October and the theme is developing resilience and overcoming challenges. We're in week 4, and the theme for this week is building mental toughness. Hexagram 43, Kwai, Breakthrough, or Resoluteness. A breakthrough. Do not be drawn back into bad habits. The arrival of Hexagram Kwai indicates that a long-awaited change is at hand. A difficulty that has oppressed you over a long period is now about to resolve. It is important to respond in the proper way. There is temptation on obtaining relief to fall into traps of the ego, pride at having dispersed the trouble, self-righteousness about having triumphed through correctness, anger at one who we think was the source of the problem, or desire to remain free of all difficulty in the future. None of these responses is appropriate to the situation at hand. What is needed now is resoluteness, a firm commitment to continuing the battle for good, and to self-examination that makes all good things possible. This is not the time to lapse back into negative mental habits and enjoy the vacation provided by the breakthrough. Do not rest on your laurels, but push forward, deepening your inner strength and your resistance to the influence of inferiors, both in yourself and in others. Strengthen those around you by setting an example of self-improvement and self-correction. Greatness and good fortune are available now to one who makes proper use of the opening. First line. Resistance is still present. Go forward only as far as you can travel in a spirit of calm and equanimity. Ignore demands of the ego to triumph or resolve everything at once. Second line, remain watchful for unanticipated dangers at all times. Thus you are never surprised and can greet any event with poise and readiness. Third line, the situation attempts to provoke you to act. Do not be drawn in. Do nothing until a quiet sense of truth is established. Fourth line, restlessness encourages you to force your will on the solution. This brings misfortune. Allow yourself to be led like a quiet lamb by the shepherd of inner truth. Fifth line, if it is your habit to indulge in what is inferior, break your habit now. Persevere in what is right. Accept life, and you will succeed. Sixth line, the situation seems resolved but may not be. Only a steady devotion to correct behavior brings the desired completion. Thank you. That's the reading for today. Welcome back. Hexagram 43, Kwai, often translated as breakthrough or resoluteness, marks the moment when inner strength must be brought to the surface and used decisively. The image is a lake rising up to heaven, symbolizing truth pushing upwards, cleaning or clearing away corruption and stagnation. It's a hexagram of courageous honesty, where clarity and firmness are required to break through old patterns, toxic influences, or inner blockages. Within the theme of developing resilience and overcoming challenges, Kwai represents the kind of mental toughness that comes from moral clarity and emotional integrity. It teaches that resilience is not just endurance, it is the strength to confront what is false and unhealthy, both in the world and within yourself. This hexagram warns against repression or avoidance. Breakthrough requires open expression, not hidden frustration. The true warrior here acts with firmness and compassion, clearing obstacles not through rage or destruction, but through the steady power of truth and conviction. From a reparenting perspective, Kwai, hexagram 43, is the moment your inner parent stands up for your inner child, saying no more to what harms you. For those of you who grew up silenced or perhaps afraid of conflict, this hexagram is profoundly healing. It teaches that setting boundaries and speaking truth are acts of love, not aggression. Mental toughness is a form of moral courage, the willingness to defend your peace without needing to attack. Kwai invites you to replace fear-based silence with conscientious self-assertion. In terms of reparenting, this is the day your inner child learns that their voice matters, and that it can reshape the entire landscape of your life. As we go into the journal prompts for today, number 1, what truth or boundary have I been suppressing out of fear of conflict or rejection? And what might breakthrough look like if I voiced it calmly and firmly? Number 2, when have I mistaken silence or avoidance for peace? What might true peace rooted in self-respect feel like instead? And number 3, how can I embody resoluteness with compassion, speaking truth while staying grounded in love rather than reactivity? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back, welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.